Hi! It's been a while. How are ya? It's been a minute. I'm still around, still kicking, still, stuff. Just be perfectly honest, work has been crazy busy. I've been a lot more responsibility on my plate. So I'm still game collecting, I'm still doing that. But as far as making these videos, these pickup videos and whatnot, just I come home, I'm exhausted. And on the weekends, since I don't see the sun during the week, I get out and garage sale still and have fun. Go to the lake, go on the river, find a creek, find an outdoor patio with a bar and an ice cold beverage. Enjoy myself. And I'm like, oh, I'm saving all this stuff for the next Juice Daddy pickup video. Well, it's a Saturday. I got some time. Let's make a video. Now, I think I'm learning my lesson here about these beers, because every time I drink a beer on video, I wind up belching through the video. However, I think if you pour it into a mug, right, that releases all the carbon dioxide, gives it a head. That's the CO2 bubbling up there. My theory is, if you drink straight from the can, and this is my theory for soda as well, pop for us Montanans. If you drink it straight from the can, you're going to belch because you're straight drinking that CO2. The CO2 is meant to be released. I'm no scientist, but I think I'm right. So I'm going to drink a beer during this video and see if I'm correct. Find out. So this video today, I basically have a bag of NES games that I bought during 2020, during the pandemic year when I couldn't go anywhere. No vacations, no road trips, no hotel stays, even though I did take a road trip to Seattle. But all the money I would have spent on these things, I decided to really round up my NES collection. First, before I get to that, I wanted to, I got these from GameStop when I bought the Mario 3D World on Switch. Just have them sitting here. I kind of want to, I thought it was just the one poster, but there's more behind it, so I kind of wanted to see what other posters came with. I recently bought some poster putty. Look at the eyes on Bowser on that. I love this poster. Look at that. That's nice. It's all bent up. I need to flatten it. What else we got here? Okay. Okay, that's cool. I like that. And that's it. Okay, little two poster set. All right, I'm going to definitely hang up this Bowser one. That is awesome. Here. There we go. All right. My friend Terry gave me these Mario All-Stars Collection pin set. I'm not sure where he got them. I'm sure it was a pre-order giveaway for 3D All-Stars, but thought that was cool. Terry also hooked me up. Oh, man. In a trade, I finally got, I still need to clean it up a little bit, wipe it down. Got that. Wow. It is the NES Mini. It came with, well, the RF, no power, which shouldn't be too much of an issue getting a power supply and AC adapter. But yeah, that's really awesome to have that. If you recall, I picked up a, two dog bone controllers. A coworker, she brought in her NES, a bunch of games, and the two controllers were dog bone controllers. She brought me that, and I hooked her up with a Wii Fit board, a bunch of games, all that good stuff. So, yeah. All right, let's just get to these games. It is literally a sack full, and I am going to just reach down and pick up a few and see what we got. Right off the bat, Power Blade. Unfortunately, I'm not going to recall where I got most of these, but let's just assume I got most on Mercari or eBay. It's not like I was doing a whole lot of game hunting and found a whole bunch of deals on some sweet NES games last year. Like I said, I had some cash, I had some time, and I'm trying to stack them all up. Gotta move some stuff around over here. Get these cables out the way. There we go. Move. Power Blade. This one, that one's for later. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This came from the Entertainment Connection in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Former rental. That's kind of interesting. Ghost Lion. I've always wanted this game for that cover. Got a copy of Daydreamin' Davy with the manual. How about that? Used to belong to Rhett. He carved his name in. I don't know if you can see it. Cool. Fester's Quest came from a sale. The former owner of the closed 2 years now retro video game store is blowing out his old inventory. And I sat there and I'm not sure I have Fester's Quest. All the games I have, I don't have Fester's Quest. So let me just snack that real quick just in case. Freedom Force. Defenders of Dynatron City. This comes from Express Video, the video game source in somewhere in Oklahoma. The label's really messed up, but Oklahoma. And Pirates. I know that I got this from one of the retro stores in Billings, Montana on a little road trip I took. So that's pretty cool. Dusty Diamonds All-Star Softball. And, best of the best, Championship Kickboxing. I'll fully admit what I did for a lot of these is I was going through the Pat the NES Punk Ultimate Nintendo Ultimate NES Guide and finding games that they highly rated that weren't like the super expensive games. I'm not going to pull out Little Samson from here. But I'm looking at 3 to 4.5 star games that, are still within a $20 to $60 to $70 range is what I focused on. That's how I got things like Daydreamin' Davy, Defenders of Dynatron City, Pirates. There's a few in here that are more expensive, including the one I saved for later, so. Greg Norman's Power Golf. Star Trek The Next Generation. Also, I know I picked that up from Trademark in Billings, Montana. Billings has 3 retro game stores, and Bozeman has none. It's kind of sad. For me. I guess it gives me an excuse to go to Billings from time to time. Smash TV. Love this game on Super Nintendo. I love how it controls. But I know for the NES one, you have to plug in both NES controllers and use the diagonals on each controller. You don't use the buttons at all. Mechanized Attack. Ultima Quest of the Avatar. Quest of the Avatar. Here's one that I actually, looking back, I kind of bought cheap. It's kind of gone up in price since I bought it. I think I paid around $70 for it last year. I just belched. There goes my theory. My theory is wrong. That's science. Zen Intergalactic Ninja. Ooh, you can see my reflection. Ooh. That's neat. Fist of the North Star. Solomon's Key. Ninja Kid. Ninja Kid, I recall, this was a game I wanted to get, but I did not want to pay like more than $15 for it. And every time there was a copy around $11-12, it was either in bad shape or somebody would snatch it real quick. Finally, I think I got it around for like $12-13, but there were a bunch of copies that they were trying to get like $25-30 for it. I'm like, not for Ninja Kid. Boulder Dash. I think this may be my second copy of Boulder Dash. I think I accidentally bought two, so I will have one up for trade sale here locally. RC Pro-Am 2. I got this at a retro game store in Missoula, Montana that no longer exists. Now I can't remember because it exists in Billings, and I've been there a bunch of times, and I forgot what it's called. Huh. Oh well. This one goes with... This was an interesting sale. I bought these solely because they were in good shape, and they had not only manuals, but posters. But we have World Games, Magic Darts, which I didn't have, and Marble Madness. But they each came with like a nice manual and like the box inserts, like the little poster, little advertising poster. That's for California games. World Darts just has a World Darts poster. In case you want to hang up your Magic Darts poster. Guess you could play darts with your Magic Darts poster. And World Games, you get the idea. Even had the Nintendo Power thing with it. And there's the poster and the manual. So I guess the Magic Darts didn't have a manual. But that's why, and that was actually really cheap. That was a cheap listing. And all three of those games with the inserts and manuals and whatnot, I thought was pretty neat. So even though I own World Games and Marble Madness and Magic Darts isn't anything special, I thought I would go ahead and pick that up for cheap. I'm going to test my balancing skills. There's a nice one, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. The Taito one. I believe there's also a Ubisoft one. Baseball Stars 2, another good title. Good baseball game on the NES. We have Dragon Strike, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Dragon Strike with the manual. I think that was a little pricey. I want to say around 60 to 70 I got that for. Wizards and Warriors 3. Once again, a game I thought I was missing, but I'd also had it, so I think I've got 2 copies of that now as well. So I have some decent titles in my trade pile. The Untouchables. The Adventures of Rad Gravity. And World Champ. All right, getting down here. Let's start just putting them up here. And there we go. Put those up there. We have Toki. Look at the monkey. Got the Prince Charles, George W. Bush ears. Mule. So we got some decent hitters in this little stack. Thunderbirds. Rainbow Islands. The sequel to Bubble Bobble. The real one. Bubble Bobble 2 is the unofficial. I don't know how it works. But this apparently is the real sequel to Bubble Bobble. Power Punch 2. Interesting tale about this game is it was kind of meant to be a sequel to Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. But then, turns out Mike Tyson wasn't the role model they thought he was, so they pulled him, and you basically, I mean, the character still looks like Mike Tyson, and you go up and you're fighting a bunch of aliens. You play Mike Tyson in boxing matches against aliens, is how it works. And apparently it's not all that great, so... Okay, so there's some of the loose carts we got. Also have a inbox copy of Top Secret Episode Go-Go 13. It is, I believe, complete. Yep, got the manual in there. It's actually, he's put it in a little plastic holder in there. Box is not great. It got fried down here with something, so that's it's actually really rough right there, like it got something on it. So it's right over the Nintendo seal of quality, but still, this is one of my favorite games to rent back in the day. So that's kind of cool to have. Not in box, but partly boxed, I guess. Tombs and Treasures. Basically, this rental, whoever rented this out, took the box to cut off the front cover, one of the sides, and the back, and they put it in their little rental thing, the rental case, and there it is. There's Tombs and Treasures inside the rental case. That's pretty neat. Speaking of cases, this one's neat. If I had like a big dedicated game room in a nice house, I would order a complete set of these cases right here and put all my loose carts in them. Turns out I bought this copy of Superman and it came with one. Big, it's thick. It's very thick. And inside, it's got the place for your cart and a place to hold the manual with little clips right there. So this came with the manual and the cart, which is in, I think, excellent condition. Really holds it well. I don't know if you noticed, it kind of was a struggle to get it out and pop it back in. So, yeah, I was pricing these, and they're not all that expensive. They're really good quality, I think. But, yeah, but I have no room for putting all my loose carts in that, unfortunately. Not now, at least. Okay. A recent pickup from a local collector. He was having a garage sale, and I stopped by. I picked up some boxes. One of them I actually bought from him last year, but because of COVID and not meeting up and whatnot, I didn't get it until recently. And when I was going to pick up, I picked up a couple other things. I'll go over those first two things. First, I have a box only for Donkey Kong Country 3. Donkey Kong Country 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. It's my favorite Donkey Kong of the original Donkey Kongs. No manual, no styrofoam in there, just a box. But that's pretty neat. I may even have the manual, I'm not sure. We have a brand new, never opened, still sealed copy of MTV's Remote Control, which I had to get because I actually played this game a lot back in the day, and I loved the original show on MTV. I hated that we didn't have cable here in Montana. My parents did not splurge for cable at the time. And every time I'd go home or go back to my dad's house for the summer, I would just splurge MTV because I didn't get enough of it during the rest of the year. So here I was down in Southern Illinois, Western Kentucky, sitting inside all day, just watching MTV. And when Remote Control came on, loved it. And finally, I got a complete in-box copy of one of my favorite games of all time. Probably, if not my favorite, it's definitely top 3. It's this or Yoshi's Island. I'm not really sure. Gotta keep this top on. It's kind of scraping against the box inside, which isn't good, but oh well. Yeah, Super Mario Bros. 2. Look at that box. And that is complete, I believe. I'm not going to open it up. I know it's got the cart, and I think it's got the manual. But box is in, I mean, not perfect, but geez. How old's the game? It looks good. I mean, it looks great. I love this game. All right. Really, you get some NES box collectors. I've picked up some, or box protectors. I've picked up a lot of boxes recently over the past couple of years, and not all of them are in protectors. Oh, I forgot. I did splurge. Thank you for all the Trump dollars and the Biden bucks from the stimuluses. I did not lose a minute of employment since the pandemic started. In fact, I worked a lot more. So the stimulus money was just extra, as far as I'm concerned, went right into savings. And I saw this up on Macari one day. It was like posted within 5 minutes. It was priced at $600, which is actually a pretty good price. And I decided to stimulate someone's economy in Brooklyn, New York. The funny thing about this game is, out of all the issues, remember the Postal Service having a lot of issues over the past year with the pandemic, and everybody's getting stuff shipped, and Amazon is like just shipping like crazy because nobody's going out to shop. The only problem I had with the post office, either selling and sending stuff out on my own or buying and bringing it in, was this game right here. It took about 2 months from the time I purchased for it to show up on my door. The seller was very empathetic, very, just, he was panicking too. He was panicking because he wanted the money and he wanted to make sure, and it was just stuck in limbo. But it showed up, and I'm glad it did. Panic Restaurant. A nice, clean, oh, you're not going to see it because of the, oh, there you go, maybe a little bit. Nice, clean copy. Panic Restaurant. It's legit. I opened it up. I opened it up with my Pink Gorilla Games toolkit, which you should totally get for $20 off their website, Pink Gorilla. You don't need me to hype up Pink Gorilla. There's plenty of Seattle game collectors, Metal Jesus, whatever, that feature Pink Gorilla in almost every video. I am not sponsored, of course, but that is a very handy little travel case of all the tools you need to open up NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Genesis, and they're pink. Huh. I know somebody who loves pink, and if she was a game collector, I'd get her one of these. Anywho, Panic Restaurant. So definitely picked up some heavy hitters and added to the collection over the past year. In addition to that, the Zen, the Power Punch 2, the Rainbow Islands, the Mule, the Dungeons and Dragons, Indiana Jones, of course. Definitely some good stuff there. Power Blade, for sure. So a lot of good NES stuff. That's not all I picked up, but that's all we're going to do for this video. I have had a few garage sale finds. Hasn't been great. Hasn't been wonderful, but I've had a few. I actually picked something up around Christmas time, so about 6 months ago, from a local reseller who I've actually purchased from before, and he goes to garage sales too, and he'll pick up video games, but he has no interest or time in piecing them out and listing them and whatnot, so he calls me and hooks me up with a bundle deal. So I've got the $220 pickup from about a week before Christmas that I need to go through with some systems, some games, some good stuff. At least one major collector's edition from 2 generations ago, which is pretty neat. Yeah. That's the update from Casa de Juice Daddy. I hope y'all are doing well. Hope you're finding some stuff. I can say for certain that Bozeman is finally kind of drying up in a sense. I mean, there's still stuff to be had if you get lucky, but I think the days of going out every Saturday morning and you're going to fill up your trunk, fill up your car with some good shit, some good games, kind of not there anymore, at least for me, which is fine because my Casa de Juice Daddy is a hoarder house. It's not looking good. I really need to, find some time to, first of all, I got some more shelves to build to get my collection up on shelves and kind of create some room and space. I need to make a lot of listings either on Mercari or eBay or locally and get some stuff sold off. But first, I got to clean it, test it, picture it, list it, all that. Quite frankly, it's like an 80-degree day, hardly a cloud in the sky. We don't get these days for too long here in Montana. So when we do, we pour a beer, we take a chair, we go find some open water or open land, grab our dog if we have one, and enjoy ourselves. We don't stay inside spending all afternoon testing fat PS2s to list for $60 on Facebook. At least I don't. I don't know. So hopefully it won't be months before my next video because I want to get the shown off and show you guys what I saw so I can get it off my floor. I wonder what my carpet looks like underneath there. I have no idea. I'm rambling again. Like and subscribe if you wish. I will see you soon. Take care.